Hey, welcome to Shark News.
Butt cheese.
Ooh, that's gross.
Just gonna level with everybody. I'm fucking exhausted.
Yeah, me too.
But it was a good. It's been a good time.
Well, I'll let
Is it working?
I'll let you tell your story. I'm not gonna ask any questions.
You have. Okay.
You don't have to.
I'm not gonna. I just had a good weekend. Went to a weird dive bar in Gilmer. Watched a giant redneck sing "Purple Rain" flawlessly.
Oh, that's nice.
Talked to the guitarist who's from Ireland, and he let me play his. He has a Brian May guitar. Brian May's the guitarist for Queen, and he also had a Zakk Wylde bullseye guitar.
It's very, very wild
Very fucking wild choices
for a country cover band. Yeah.
Well, he was he said oh, this is my third gig with him, and then he told me he just had his uvula, adenoids, and tonsils all removed 3 days prior, and then he showed me. There's nothing back there.
I didn't know they could take your uvula out.
They took everything.
I don't think I've ever heard of that before.
I have never. He has nothing in the back of his throat.
That's wild.
Yeah. So his name's Alan. He's cool as shit. He's from Texarkana, and we're best friends now.
You're probably related.
Every Irish fuck is probably related somehow. Yeah, and I went there because of a chick, and it's pretty dope. She has her kid and all their friends were there, and it was very upsetting drinking with children that are legal to drink.
That's got to be weird.
I was like, oh, you guys ain't old enough because you're babies. And they're not. They're not. Fun fact, they were trying to get her attention to show that I have a tattooed wedding ring. All these children were like, hey, that motherfucker's married. Look at his fingers. I was like, nah. I was like, well, they should have just talked. And then I told them, it was no, it was just a bad choice.
Yeah.
It wasn't, I'm not married. I'm just stupid. That's
It's like Jack Black's explanation of a hangover.
Yeah.
It means you're drunk. No, it means I was
drunk
yesterday.
Then yesterday, I got in at 2:30. Then I woke up at 8 and texted you because we're supposed to play golf.
Yeah.
And then you're like, we're playing golf at 9:30. And I was like, sweet, I'll do that. And I was late because I got pulled over. I got pulled over Saturday night on my way to Gilmer, to Poco Loco.
Yep.
And then I got pulled over Sunday morning on my way to golf.
Also in Gilmer.
Also in between Gilmer and...
It's like the universe was trying to keep you out of Gilmer.
Yeah.
And you said, eat my ass.
Yeah.
I'm going to Gilmer.
Fuck you. Fuck you, Popo. Fuck 12. No, we played golf. Fucking beautiful weather. I wore a hoodie for some stupid reason. Sweat my ass off.
It was chilly yesterday morning.
It was... No, in the morning it was perfect. Light jacket. Good sweater weather. And
yes.
Played like shit. It's the worst golf I ever played in my life.
It was fun though. We didn't even keep score. I didn't. That's one of the very few rounds of golf I've ever played and not really cared what I shot because we were just hanging out, having a good time.
I had a blast.
Drinking the beers,
losing
the balls, finding the balls.
I think we found the same amount we lost.
I think so.
Yeah. I had one or two, maybe 5 good shots.
Right. Well, for you, it wasn't so much you lost the ball. It's you would hit it, and you're like, oh, I know exactly where it's at, but I'm not going to go get
Fuck that ball.
That ball belongs here now.
I that's... I just felt like a millionaire.
Yeah.
Pish posh. I'm not fucking doing that.
It's $1. Who cares?
And then after that, I texted her. I was like, whoa, hey, what you doing today? And she's like, oh, I'm bored. Everything sucks. And I was like, I'll come to Pittsburgh and make it less sucky. And she's like, well, meet me at the state park in Bob Allen. And that place is awesome. I think I'm going to take my kids up there.
It's pretty up there. I think I'll take my kids up there and go fishing here pretty soon.
Yeah, they have a trout pond.
Yeah.
And they have a place in the backside where the big cypress used to be. And you can just catfish there, throw a line out, have fun.
Well, the cool thing about state parks is as long as you fish off the bank or the dock, you don't have to have a fishing
You don't have to have a fishing license. It's a 5 daily limit.
Well, we're not going to keep anything.
Yes, you are. And you're going to eat it right there at the campsite.
Raw.
No, you cook it.
You're going to bite its head off as soon as it comes out of the water. Shove it down my gullet.
Like a fucking wild bear.
I'm a pelican.
Just deep throating fish. Well, a rainbow trout would make sense. Big nasty channel cat would not.
Oh, it's a little pokey.
Yeah. Ugh, it's slimy and gross. I think that's fucking. It has to be every. Slimy and gross. The park was beautiful.
Yeah.
But I hiked like 6 miles with her, and
Which we don't walk when we play golf, but you're still like
outside
and you're on your feet moving around.
Yeah.
So like you
I
probably
was
got
a fucking athlete.
you
Yesterday.
got more exercise yesterday than you do on a normal basis.
Shit, what you talking about? No, yeah, I did. I feel like a fucking complete ass today. Not bad. It's just like my butt hurts, and that's not normal for me. There's a lot of fucking gay men having sex with me out there. Matt's looking at me like, oh, you gonna say anything? No, just there's heels and
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Trail hike will get you, dude. Is it like cleared trails?
Mhm.
They're not paved though, right? They're just
some of them are.
Some of them are.
Some of them are like have the light fly ash gravel.
Mm-hmm.
It's fuck. I grew up in Pittsburgh, which was a trip driving through Pittsburgh because I haven't drove through these roads in years. Like once I said adios, I'm never coming back.
Right.
And like I kind of did that, and like I called her at one point. I was like, "Hey, I'm heading down the road. You know, I'll be turning off on your road here." And then I passed by where the hospital used to be, and I was like, "Yo, fuck, the hospital's gone." And she was like, "It's been gone for 15 years." I was like, "Oh, cool."
I haven't been back.
I haven't. I haven't.
Excommunicado.
Yeah, I mean, like, there's things that I remember there, but other than that, it's like a weird, like, fucking Twilight Zone episode.
Yeah.
Like, yesterday, Parker's Auto Parts was open. Now it's boarded up. Like, it's weird. I don't know.
That's crazy.
I drove, like, on my way back, there was a lady who used to cut my hair in downtown Pittsburgh named Miss Marie. And she was, like, grumpy, just moody, but she was awesome. She told, like, the worst dirty jokes.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
a barber shed.
But she was a lady. I mean, but she just fucking said anything she wanted to. Well, I drove by that place, and there's nothing there. Like, I guess they combined it into something. Like, it's no longer a building. It's like the other building ate it in a weird way.
Huh.
It's crazy. I kind of wanted to drive around other places, but I was fucking dog shit tired.
Yeah.
All I wanted to do was eat a pork chop and go to sleep.
Right.
And I did. And then I fucking blasted through my alarm clocks.
Yeah,
I got to work at 6:58 this morning. I live fucking 10 minutes from work.
I was not even awake at 6:58 this morning.
Fuck yeah. Party on.
No, it's not intentional. So yeah, I did Saturday and Sunday. I had the kiddos with me, and we stayed outside all day Saturday, pretty much.
Yeah.
I was working on one of my cars that I'm getting ready to sell, and McCade was helping / doing whatever he wanted to in the yard, which is great. Like, I don't care. I'm happy they were outside.
His help is probably...
He helps really well for 5-10 minutes, and
He
then
almost got yanked off the fucking golf cart because of that blanket. Because I'm sleepwalking. It's
Yeah,
like you're gonna get
you're gonna die if you don't stop. Yeah. And then we went and played golf on Sunday, and then more vehicular maintenance, and then took the kids home to their moms.
Yeah.
Cooked some dinner. I was like, I'm tired. I'm gonna chill out.
Yeah.
Sat down and started watching TV. I was like, all right, I'm gonna go to bed. Kept watching TV. Looked at the clock, and I was like, oh no,
You
it's
got
like
stuck in a
2
series.
a.m. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I slept through all of my alarms this morning also.
I have to dad myself when I'm watching shows. I'm like, no, boy, it's 10 o'clock. It's time for Betty. Bye. You can watch this tomorrow. And what's bad,
I tried to do that, but
Listen-
I don't listen to myself like my kids don't listen to me, so it's great.
I have started like 9 different series where I'm on episode 2 or 3, and I've never went back to them. Like my brain won't let me do it. Like I'm like, oh, this is really interesting. I should watch this tomorrow, and then tomorrow comes, and I'm like, I'm gonna
watch something different.
I'm gonna watch MASH because it's a comfort show for me now.
Well, like I know if I'm trying to sleep or do whatever, I'll just put something on YouTube that I don't care. Like I care about, but like whatever.
Yeah.
But for some reason, sometimes I'll get on a show and just like, oh, what's gonna happen?
Yeah,
I've got to. And then
if
like,
I don't watch this episode, it's never gonna come back on again.
And it's all streaming, so it's all free.
Well, we're kids from the '90s.
That's true.
We have to watch this episode, or we'll never see it again.
If I miss this episode, I have to wait 2 years till they're in summer reruns.
Yeah,
and hope I remember it, or hope that I see it.
They're like, when I was a kid, you remember TGIF Fridays?
Mm-hmm.
Like it had Family Matters and Boy Meets World and
Step by Step and Full House.
Step by Step, Sabrina the Teenage Witch. Those shows, there was only one time they were ever going to play.
Right.
Like, there was no syndication. There was no cable. Like in my world,
no,
my dad was not paying for cable. I had 3 channels. That was it.
Yep.
And so, like, if you didn't watch that episode, you just never saw it.
Yeah.
The concept of watching a series in one sitting was like space talk. Like,
and it's funny now because there's some of those, streaming services are getting smart to that, and they'll release an episode a week or whatever.
It makes me mad.
Yeah, because now we're so accustomed to like, no, you have all of them. I would like to see all of them now.
The new Daredevil series is coming out on Disney.
I haven't started watching it yet.
I'm mad. I'm not gonna watch it until it's all out because I'm not gonna. The one they released on Netflix was like top tier, like the best show.
Yeah, it was good.
I loved it. They have like so many one-shot action sequences that you're like, man, oh, it fucking fires me up. But now they're gonna do like 1 episode a week for the next 6 weeks.
This series looks like it's gonna be close to what the Netflix one was. It's going to be dark and gritty and kind of like Moon Knight was, I think. Moon Knight was great.
I love Moon Knight. I had my kids Friday night and most of the day Saturday. So my kids and I got up Saturday morning and I was like, let's go adventuring. Like, we got to go. So we went to the Books and Barrels. They're having an art auction. And like all proceeds went to that One Love thing, which they are now a new corporation.
Yeah, they changed the name, got a new location.
One Love World.
Yeah.
Prestige Worldwide. Something like that.
Boats and hoes.
That's fucked up. But like, it was cool. They had a taco truck out there. I got stickers in my car. They're fucking badass stickers.
Nice.
I can't remember what.
Luna Taco.
Luna's
Taco, something like that.
Something Taco Luna. I don't know.
Maybe that's it. I think that's it, actually.
Taco Del Luna.
I think so.
I think, yeah. They're great. Wonderful. I had a torta.
Some combination of all of those words. Yes. There's tacos in it. There's Lunas in it.
Yeah.
Not Lunas. Singular Luna.
They're in Longview, so if you see a taco truck with a cool moon on it,
it's them.
It's them, and they're perfect.
It's a black trailer, red words.
Great tacos. And then we went like thrifting. Like went to a bunch of Goodwills.
Ooh.
I like to find like Weldon shirts there.
Yeah.
If I can find like an old shirt that I don't have to pay $40 for, I'm gonna do it.
Absolutely. Well, you're gonna ruin it anyway.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Years ago, I used to be able to find like old brush poppers, the like Garth Brooks brightly colored shirts.
Yeah.
And I'd go to Weldon those, and people were like, "That's a nice shirt." I was like, $4. I can give a fuck about this T-shirt.
It used to be nice.
Yeah, it used to be nice.
Now it's mine.
Now it's gonna be burnt up. And then Cash, I dropped him off at their mom's, and he was like, "We never have movie night anymore." And I was like, "What?" He's like, "We just never have movie," like freaking out. And so I messaged a girl, and I was like, "Hey, I'm not gonna be able to make it. Have a movie night with the boy." And that lasted fucking 30 minutes. He was passed out. Big day, but stayed up late with me. Woke up early, cruising the streets. So I was like, "Never mind.
Just kidding.
Game on." And then, yeah.
That's cool, man. I'm glad that's seems to be going well for you.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
At this current juncture.
I've
outlook
had
is
nothing
positive.
but good times.
Yes.
So,
And she listens to the podcast, so I feel like you've got that working in your favor because she already kind of knows you.
it probably is not helping me.
I don't know. She's gone on 2 dates with you.
I think one was kind of forced on her because, like, I'll come to Pittsburgh. I don't give a shit.
She didn't say no, and she told you where she was at.
Yeah, I know. We'll see.
So I think it's cool.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree.
So this is our first Monday night with no band
It's so weird.
obligations,
It's really weird right now.
and I kind of hate it.
I'm not a fan. It's what time is it?
Like 6:15.
No, it's 5:51, and
Yeah.
we're recording a podcast.
Yeah,
Usually these podcasts are like at 9:00, and we're like 10 beers in.
right.
And like
Yeah,
I'm only a couple beers in, so it doesn't feel.
I'm still drinking my first one.
Oh, cool. I'm not.
We know that we drink at different
Yeah.
capacities and speeds.
I didn't drink a lot this weekend. Pretty proud of myself. Well, the golf course speaks different. That's true. Never mind.
I was actually proud of how long the little amount of beer that we had lasted on Sunday.
Yeah. The fact we had one left. I think we knew we had two left.
Yeah.
And we're like, ooh.
Well, I pulled my fourth one out of the cooler, and I was like, "There's only two left," and we had 6 holes left or something like that, and I was like, "I'm gonna sip on this one."
Yeah. Well, I think by like hole 13, hole 12, I was pretty ripped. Not ripped, but I was just like, we're gonna smack the shit out of it.
Yeah. I think by I don't know, hole 9, I'd realize, you know what? Nothing's working. I'm just gonna swing as hard as I can.
Yeah.
Yeah. We had fun.
I had a great time.
Sunday was a day of fun golf.
Yeah.
It was not quality,
Mm-mm.
but it was good.
Yeah, it was fun. I had the best time ever. Had a couple, like I said, I hit like through some trees, and I meant to do it.
Yeah.
And I was like, look at that shit.
Look at that.
Damn.
Give me my tour card.
I kept saying that. It's like, Masters are calling me tomorrow. That's so dumb. One day I'm going to play with actual people who play like good golf.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to be like, I'm an idiot. Should never have done this ever.
So I feel like either one of us we can't be on the same scramble team.
No.
Because we're both the vibes guy. We may provide you with 1, 2, 3 quality shots per round. I'll hit a putt that I shouldn't make every once in a while.
Yeah.
But we're here to make sure that everybody has a good time.
That's my only job in life.
So, if anybody's looking for that guy in a scramble partner,
Yeah.
we'll alternate. We'll alternate holes.
My coworkers have yet to invite me to play golf. They know I play golf, and they will not invite me. Because when I tell them about when we play golf, they're like, oh, you just drink and suck. And I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah.
But I have fun.
But I'm the fucking best at a golf course.
That's right.
Yeah. That was like the best compliment Craig ever gave me. He's like, I have so much fun playing golf with you. When I was rode in his cart that day, because you had what's his face? Dude that lives in Gilmer.
Cody?
Cody. Cody was riding with you, and I was riding with Craig. No, that's not right. One time we played golf, I rode with Craig, and you were riding with McCade and
Somebody.
I don't remember who it was, though. I don't know.
There's not that many people that I play golf with, so.
But, like, Craig, the compliment was Craig was like, you make playing golf so much fun.
Yeah.
Because I say just...
The most outrageous shit.
He's, like, petitioned to, like, mic me up when we play golf. Because he's like, the things you say...
Yeah.
If you think I'm bad on the podcast, get me out in the middle of nowhere under the sunshine.
We'll have to do,
Truck beers...
and we don't have to record all of it, but we'll
Oh, you'd have to edit some of it.
Well, there's going to be times where you're hitting or you're not in the cart, but like a cart cam truck beers,
Yeah.
and just make it like a 1,000 reels.
It would be, yeah.
That's what.
Like yesterday, we were talking about the fucking Jawas on.
Oh yeah.
And we both started going. These people were like, "What the fuck?
What
is
are those
going on?"
guys doing?
And like when I mess up, I say, the most foul shit about myself.
It's true.
It's not good for your like whole mental space thing, but
Yeah, we just leave it on the course, man.
yeah, I guess.
I don't think so.
No, I say this every time I make a mistake. Ugh. Fuck. I'm tired today.
Yeah,
Like, yeah.
but in a good way.
Yeah, no, it's good. Work absolutely drug ass today. Had so much to do. When my alarm clocks went off this morning, I was like, I'm calling in today. Just because I just burnt the candle at both ends once again. I've done this like fucking 6 weekends in a row. There's no rest.
Nope.
Saturday I could have rested, but no, I woke up at fucking 6 in the morning and just watched my kids sleep. And they're just peaceful, happy.
So, like, I don't know if your kids do this, but mine are really bad about it. Like, during the week when I have to take them to school, I have to, like, have a physical altercation with them to get them out of bed. But Saturday and Sunday when they're at my house, they're up at 6:30.
No,
And I'm like, why? You have this backwards.
I've taken my kids to school a couple times, and I'm kind of like a drill sergeant in a bad way. Like we're going to get ready now. Like, I don't give them a chance to, like, lay back down. It's pretty horrible.
Yeah.
Because when it's just myself, I do. But when it's them, I'm like, no!
No, you have to get up now.
Eat your fucking breakfast!
Get to the table.
I give them countdowns. Like, you got 5 minutes, and I'm leaving your ass. And they're like, oh, God.
Okay. Wait till they call your bluff on that.
They have. Yeah, they call my bluff on everything.
Then you're like,
My
no,
daughters-
seriously, get in the car.
Yeah, my daughters are getting too old. They're not falling for the old tricks anymore.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, that's because they were not true.
No.
Yeah. You have to come
My
up with
kids
new
laugh.
tricks.
My kids laugh in my face. I'm like, "Oh, I'm gonna bust your ass," and they're like, "Ha ha." They know it. They know when it is serious. Like, hey, tighten up. About to fucking.
Yeah, the tone is different.
Yeah, they know when it's real. I guess that's not. I guess they just know when it's real. That's the only different things.
So I didn't really have any preconceived ideas about what this was going to be today because I don't have a whole lot to talk about. There's not a lot of new, transparency stuff coming out with the UFO stuff. There's some new stuff with the JFK thing, but I haven't read into it enough to really be able to talk about it.
They released a bunch of shit, and it's all redacted still.
Yeah.
They released the Epstein stuff.
Sort of.
But there's no information.
Well, and the way they released it was kind of jacked up too because it was like phase 1 of the release, and it was only to a certain group of people.
Yeah.
And all of these people just so happen to be like influencers or media people that are wildly on the pro-Trump side, which is fine. Like, do what you got to do. But that doesn't help your case for transparency when you handpick a certain group of people to release information to.
Yeah.
When your whole thing is going to be like, we're the most transparent, party ever, or whatever you want to say.
No, there's been a lot of fucking...
It's just dumb.
Well, I'm not... It's such a weird place to be because, like I've said many times on this podcast, I am very fucking right down the middle with my whatever.
Same.
Because I'm not saying I'm an educated person. I just don't believe anybody. So I try to find the truth in both sides. I'm not going to let a person tell me, like, this is how it should be, this, that, and the other. Like, Trump ran on this whole campaign about being like, we're going to fucking release all the data, this, that, and the other. I'm like, God damn, there's a lot of checks and balances you have to go through on that.
Right. And that's the biggest knock against him right now is he's trying to do it all
the dude that he
through executive orders, and that's not how you do it.
And the dude he appointed in the FBI, Patel.
Yeah.
Like, he's the captain of a ship that wants to throw him overboard right now.
Yeah, that's because they wanted the other person.
Well, the FBI, like... So the FBI, CIA, DEA, ATF, all these... Like, the Doge shit that's going on right now, they're getting fucking dick whipped big time. Because there is a lot of things that
Yeah, I think some of that's necessary.
no, it is. There's a lot of things where like we're paying Social Security for people that have been dead for 20 years because in the program it says they're alive.
Yeah.
I listened to that Elon Musk interview on Rogan today just because I was like, I want to hear about him. I want to see how he weasels out of the fucking Nazi salute. And he's like, they played it off like he was like, no, that was me saying, I give my heart to you. And I was like, fuck, man. You could just say that with your words.
Yeah.
Not just fucking
Yeah.
hand gestures.
Yeah. Or if you're gonna do the hand on the chest and then put your hand out, do like the
Fucking
the double
two
tap
pumps,
and then the peace sign or
Yes.
something like that. That's
Yes.
acceptable.
I know for a fact I've done
Or
like
do both hands.
yeah.
Don't
fucking
just
Nixon.
choose the right hand and throw it out there.
It's this weird thing like
He is such a weird human. I don't even think he's human.
he today on that podcast he said like, I am an alien. I'm trying to get back home, but nobody believes me. Like he said it like a joke, but like when he was saying it, I was like, he could be telling the
Well, the
fucking
best
truth.
way to hide is right out in public.
Yeah.
Yeah, because nobody believes
Musk,
you.
Is
yeah.
my Musk
Yeah.
like pretty good?
Yeah.
I like it. I like his pregnant pauses that he does.
I think that's just because he forgot what he was talking about.
I think he's fucking computing at a whole different
Yeah,
wavelength.
he's an extremely intelligent human, but I mean, like he's like super high functioning autism.
He is
So
the most.
he has no.
If Dos Equis still made like commercials, he's the most autistic man.
Yes,
in history.
he's he has his like social interaction skills are super challenged, which is very common for that scenario. So him being in charge of one of the largest social media platforms on the planet and then now being in the spotlight for the president is just wild to me.
It's bonkers. I think so. He bought Twitter because he saw some of the disinformation like that was being perpetrated on Twitter. He bought it just to be like, no, we're gonna post for everyone to see.
Everybody can say whatever they want.
It's gonna be 100%. And they like I enjoy some of the Twitter stuff. Like basically it's where I get most of my information from.
Yeah. It's a good place to start.
Well, they have community notes.
Right.
So if someone says like, "Oh, pineapple flew out of my ass," the community knows like that's impossible. Like this is why.
Right. It's like Wikipedia of social media.
Right.
Because anybody can edit it, which is great, but it's also terrible because, like I said, it's a good place to start. But anything related to stuff like that, you've got to be you've got to follow through and like not just take it and be like, "Oh, yep, that's what it is."
Yeah.
Like it gives you a place to go from and then dig deeper.
And like it's wild to me. So last week Trump met with Zelensky, the Ukrainian guy.
Yeah.
And posts were made on one end that was like on the Trump side was like, we gave him an offer, we want this to end, and he doesn't want to take it. Then you read the other side is like, he was invited there, and they fucking badgered him and pushed him into a position he can't take.
Yeah.
Like, there's just three.
And there's other stuff that comes out that says he met with another group of people before he met with Trump.
Right.
And they talked him out of the mineral deal.
Right.
Which, I mean, I get it. You don't want to sell your country's soul for no promise, for empty promises.
Right. So, like, America, we've been after the minerals in Ukraine. That's why we are so gung-ho about it.
Yeah.
Like, what's that fucking, the gay dude that's actually straight, but he's a politician?
That narrows it down.
No, he sounds like he's like, it's fine if you're gay, but like, he sounds like, hey guys. But I
have no idea who you're talking about.
He's single. He says he's like max on bitches all the time, but he's literally the gayest man. But he says he's straight. God, what is his fucking name?
Oh.
Something. Oh, god damn, it's going to drive me crazy.
Leave it in the comments.
Yeah, leave it in the comments. Whatever, I don't care. They're going to be like, you, Matt, it's you.
Yeah.
You fucking idiot.
Yeah.
But like, he said like the reason why we're basically helping Ukraine is for the minerals. Like he said like this war has to continue so we can get the minerals. Leslie Graham? No.
I don't know.
It's fucking driving me crazy. I hate politics. I am. There was a post that was made last week that we are now 58 minutes to midnight on the big clock.
On the doomsday clock?
On the doomsday clock. And that is, we've never been this far. We've literally dropped bombs on people, and we haven't been this close.
Let me know when we're 10 minutes out. Then I'll start worrying.
I'm worried now.
We can't do shit about it.
I can't do anything, but like I
just tell me where the bomb's gonna fall so I can park there.
Go to Barksdale Air Force Base. That's a big one.
So when was it 2001 when the Twin Towers happened?
That was 2001. 9/11 actually.
Yes, I'm familiar.
It was 9 a.m. Tuesday.
Yeah, I was
September 11th.
I was getting ready for college, my class that morning, and saw the TV, and they were like, "Classes are canceled. The world's ending."
I was in English class, and this like bitch of a teacher came in there like, they attacked the World Trade Center, and that was the first time I ever heard those words before. World Trade Center. I was like, what
What does that mean?
What is that?
Yeah.
And then this is crazy. I grew up in Pittsburgh. This is a Pittsburgh podunk town. I'm gonna go on this wild rabbit hole. I'm sorry.
You're fine.
Please
I know what I'm gonna say.
Keep your thought.
Yeah.
We spend all day long watching this going on. Had football practice after school. So far, we are undefeated in the season, but we are going up against Jefferson the next game, and that was the game that's going to like put some pressure on us.
Yeah.
That day, in football practice, we have a pretty hard practice, and the coach goes, I cannot make this. It's fucking wild. He said, the attack this morning, boys, is trying to keep you from doing this right now.
Oh, my God. Small town East Texas.
Listen,
I love it.
It gets so much worse. He goes, those boys over there in Jefferson, you're playing them in 2 days. We got one more practice, and it's it. Those boys in Jefferson, they don't want freedom as much as you do, right? I've never been more
Was your
fired
coach
up.
Toby Keith?
Yeah, basically. His name was Derek Stiles, and he and George Fenton. I've never been more fired up in my entire life because I was so young and stupid. But I was like, "You're right. I'm doing this for America. I'm doing this for the people of New York City." We beat their fucking asses by like 5 touchdowns. It was nuts. But I'll never forget that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But he didn't. He said something about the people over there, and he used a really cool slur. I remember that too. It was like a sand one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm not picking up what you're putting down. So yeah, that was the crazy thing about it was because we are so close to Barksdale. We're 45 minutes from Barksdale Air Force Base.
We're 10 minutes from Eastman.
Right, and so those are
hot spots.
Yeah, like
Yep.
if this is like a real thing and that people are really trying to like fuck up America.
Yeah.
We're between two massive targets right now.
Yeah.
So, and nothing happened.
I was like, dude, the next couple of days.
Well, the next couple of weeks, everybody was like super high attention.
and then the
about all this
anthrax
stuff.
happened.
Yeah,
And
that was us.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
now I know.
Yeah.
Now I know. Then I was like, they're going to fucking mail us drugs and we're going to kill us. Like it. God, looking back, just thinking of all the fucking debauchery, internet was barely a thing. Like, no, the information wasn't a thing,
Well, that was a year after the Y2K horse shit.
which I believed.
Yeah.
I've told the story on the podcast. I saw people burning trash across the road. I was like, this is it. We're going to die. That I think our generation is probably the most like, fuck it. Like, whatever.
Well, it's because we've seen all this bullshit and we were old enough to remember it
Yeah.
and experience it. And now it's like, oh, cool.
Well,
Now you're doing this? Great.
We've experienced.
Can we just do it and get it over with? That's our thought process.
Yeah, like we've experienced rotary phones all the way up to the fucking smartphone.
Yeah.
We've experienced bullshit television to every fucking thing you can imagine.
Right.
We experienced like waiting 7 minutes to check your email on AOL
Dial up internet.
to just have a girl say like, you're cute. Like we've experienced every form of everything.
Yeah, I heard somebody say it very eloquently the other day, and I'm gonna fuck it up, but it was like over the last 70 years, if you take the last 25 years, the amount of technological advancement that's happened in those 25 years is greater than the last 200 years.
Yes.
Or something like it was. They used a lot of numbers, and it all made sense to me when I heard it, and it's probably true.
I fucking love cars. I love
spent my whole weekend working on them.
Yeah. I love cool cars. The advancement in just the auto industry in the last 20 years.
Less than that.
But I'm just saying, like, now we have electric cars that can go from 0 to 60 in fucking PP time.
Yeah.
We break records every 6 months. You know, I'm a fucking American muscle car boy to the core of my soul.
Yeah.
Like, I love that shit.
Yeah.
I fucking love it.
I want my eyes to burn when I push the gas pedal.
But now these cars are like, they're so insanely fast. It's embarrassing to even think like, oh, it's got a 454 large block in it and fucking dyno.
Yeah, well, this one's got 4 electric motors that'll snap the axles if you push the gas pedal hard enough.
Yeah, this will break your neck if you're not careful.
Yeah.
You fucking idiot. Like, it's wild to me now. Like,
So yeah, our generation is.
We're not the greatest generation because they fought for shit. But
yeah,
like,
we're the don't give a fuck generation, and it's not because we don't care. It's because
we can't.
Like, it's just a new. Oh, this is the worst thing that's happened every 3 or 4 months, and at some point in time, the boy who cried wolf is a real thing.
I fucking can't agree more. Yeah.
There's gonna be some massive catastrophic event that happens, and we're gonna be like, oh, that one was real.
Yeah.
Because everything else has been bullshit.
And like,
not necessarily because I get it. Anytime something really bad happens, there are, huge amounts of people affected by it, and it sucks. Like 9/11, it was terrible.
Yeah.
All those people that died for no reason at all.
Right.
Other than somebody decided to be a dickhead. Then you can say it was us, you can say it was them, you can say whatever. I don't care what you believe. It happened.
Cheney.
Yeah, he fucking shot his best friend in the face accidentally.
What a wild fucking thing to believe.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
looking back.
Yeah. Oh, I was just cleaning
And the
it
dude
went off my hand.
apologized
For getting shot in the
for
face.
getting fucking. Dude, someone shoots me.
That's Halliburton power right there.
Yeah.
So
Fucking.
yeah, it all sucks. The whole world sucks. It's fine. It's not fine, but it's fine. That's you know what? It's not. We are the generation of the meme of the guy sitting in the room that's on fire and saying, "This is fine. Everything's fine."
This is fine.
Because we don't care. It's not that we don't care. We're just numb.
Yeah, our fucking fight or flight response has been triggered so much through our entire life that we don't know how to be.
There's no response. It's just
Okay.
prove it.
It's the fucking is what it is
Yeah.
mentality. Like, people younger than us, they're talking about therapy and going through therapy, but like, I remember people like, therapy's a fucking hoax.
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about? You're gonna tell a guy your problems?
He doesn't care.
He don't give a shit. He's just getting paid.
Yeah.
Yes. Like, that's where, like, we're stuck in this weird, like, people older than us, like, they kind of are gullible as shit still somehow. Yeah. And people younger than us, like, they have all the answers, and we like, no, you don't, fucking idiot. Like, what are you talking about?
So I saw a deal, I think it was on TikTok, and it was like,
Tiki-talkie?
so millennials are so much cooler than we are, was the way the video started.
I don't know what a millennial is.
And then there was this other guy who's like, no, we're not cooler than you. We just don't care anymore.
Yeah.
And then he basically went on the same diatribe that I just went on. About, like, we've seen all this horse shit. I have to help my parents learn how to use Cash App because they still don't know how to do it. But then I have to make sure that my kids, while they're smart as shit with books, they will get kidnapped tomorrow, and they're 18 years old.
Yeah.
It's just like one of those. And I had this conversation with a couple of older people. I say older, my parents' age people at Ruthie's on Friday night.
Goofy's Art Bar. Check them out.
Shout out Ruthie's. But it was like, they're like, well, what are you? I was like, I'm in that weird between millennial.
What are you, 85?
83.
83?
So I'm like right on the cusp. They call us Xennials sometimes. It depends on who you talk to. I don't really care. But I'm definitely not a boomer.
Yeah.
My parents are boomers. But I was born early enough to where I'm not quite a true millennial.
Yeah.
I was also raised by my grandparents.
Right.
So I've got like this old school set of values.
I think our friendship works because me and you both have like this weird traditional mindset.
Yeah.
Like hard work works.
Yeah. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. If it is broke, fix it anyway.
Yeah. I've thought about this like by myself. I was like, I think we're friends because we were raised by older people.
I think so. That makes sense. Like our values align very well. We do disagree on things, but guess what? You can have your own fucking opinion, and
exactly.
I don't care.
If we disagree, we'll be like, okay, cool, fuck
Great,
it.
yeah,
whatever. Like
it doesn't happen very often.
No,
but when it does happen, it's like, oh yeah, your opinion is completely valid.
Yeah,
I don't care. It doesn't change the way that I view you or think about you whatsoever.
Right.
Nobody thinks that way anymore.
No,
if you don't agree with me, you're a piece of shit.
People die on hills that are not even a hill. It's a fucking ant mound.
It's a pebble that they tripped over.
Yes.
It's a Lego that I stepped on last night because my kids don't pick up after themselves.
I read things about different things that are happening in the world, you know? And like someone fucking took the time out of their day to write a post about this thing.
Yeah.
And it like
it's the least productive thing you can possibly ever do.
Like I read it and I'm like, God damn it, you wasted fucking 2 minutes of my life.
Yeah.
Cause like what is this going to do?
Yeah.
Cause now you got Barb, who fucking raised in the 60s, is like, no, you don't understand, bitch. And then you got fucking Emma Lee, that was born fucking 12 years ago.
EIGH.
Yeah, EIGH. Yeah. And she's like, I can't agree more. Like, I feel like people are they're falling for it. Like, they don't see the hook, you know?
Nobody wants to take the time to form their own opinion. They want to be told what to think. They want to be told what to understand.
Yeah.
They want to be spoon-fed shit because it's easier.
So my whole teenage years, go to college.
I'm done with that shit.
Get a degree. I was like, I don't want to go to college.
Yeah.
I'm out of high school. I'm done.
Yeah, I need money.
No, it wasn't even the fucking of the idea of more school.
Oh yeah, it was like
the idea of listening to another teacher for another fucking minute.
I get that.
Like, I grew up kind of on a farm. My dad was a machinist. He wanted me to weld. He taught me like basic mechanics of welding. I fell in love with welding in high school. And then I had this one salty pipeliner that came to our school who was like my buddy's dad.
Yeah.
He looks at my project, looks at my welds, and he like looks at me, and I had fucking long hair and I was wearing Vans, you know, like not your typical blue collar boy.
Not a good old boy.
But he like saw the fucking product, what my fits, all my like everything. And he goes, God damn, dude, you got a future in this. And I go, yeah? He's like, I know guys that are fucking twice your age can't do this shit. He's like, you should not do anything but this.
Yeah.
You can make your own fucking way in life. That's all I needed.
Yeah. Somebody to open that door a little bit.
After high school, I took one complete year. I played in a band, fucked around, slept on couches, just went to Colorado.
Yeah.
Like I did everything I wanted to do. I didn't ask for money from anybody. I didn't do anything. I was broke as shit, but I just lived. Because this whole time, I've just been trying to fucking be a person. So that whole year, I just said, fuck it.
Yeah.
If I'm going to smoke weed, I'm going to smoke all the weed. If I'm going to drink beer, I'm going to drink all the beer. I just want to be a person. I want to figure out what life is.
Yeah, for yourself.
Yes.
Not what somebody else tells you it's supposed to be.
Yes. And because I knew, like, I have the brains and the skill set. I'm mechanically advanced. The ASFAB we took it in high school.
Yeah.
They were. I got so many fucking requests. To
I made
join.
a 97 on the ASVAB.
Yes.
The Air Force was after me until I was 26.
The Navy was mine. The Navy called me. Then they called my dad.
I just used to get letters from them all the time.
I got letters, and then my phone. I gave one my phone number, and that fucked up. They put it in the system.
My uncle was a Navy recruiter at the time, and he was like, I can get you in the nuclear program if you want to. You got to spend a year on a submarine, but then you won't have to work a day in your life after that.
I never.
He's like, but I can't pay you as much as the Air Force is going to offer you.
Well,
and I said, no thank you to both of them.
this is probably the coolest thing. I'll say it's probably the best thing my dad's ever done for me. Because my dad was actually super against the war in Iraq. I don't know why. Didn't make sense to me, but
so you're younger enough than I am
yeah.
to where that wasn't a thing
Yeah.
when I was being recruited.
It was big.
It was peacetime.
2005, 2006.
Yeah, this would have been 2001.
Yeah.
So it would have been like after Desert Storm, but before the second one, Desert Freedom, or whatever it was called. Because Desert Storm was in like 98, 96.
Desert Storm was in 92.
Okay. But it lasted till like...
Didn't last long at all.
Yeah, okay.
But then we had...
I'm just wrong, okay?
Then they had the Bosnia conflict.
That was fake.
Was fake as shit. And then they had...
That was our generation's Vietnam. But thank God it didn't last as long.
It didn't last a fucking minute. No, my dad was just like, if you get in the military, you're going to die. It wasn't like, yeah, you should. Nothing like that. But he's just like, if you go there,
Yeah.
you're going to die.
Well, I mean...
And it was enough for me to be like, okay, cool.
A lot of people around our age did that. And a lot of it was justified. I mean, that it was a rough time in the world. But a lot of those dudes either never came back at all or came back
fucked up.
Not okay at all.
I have friends that did a stint.
Yeah.
And they cope pretty well, but they're not the same guy I grew up with.
Right.
Like they are fucked up.
Shit changes people, man. It's rough.
Fucking he married my stepsister, older. They had a kid together. His name was Jeremy. And he would come in on leave. Like this is like 2004, 2005. And he'd be home and like Jessica had this like thought like, "Oh, my husband's coming home. He's going to be everything he was when he left." Homeboy sat in a chair and we played Halo together, and he would drink all day.
Yeah.
And never slept because he couldn't.
Mm-hmm.
And
I mean, PTSD is probably one of the worst mental things that you can deal with.
yeah, he was cool. He bought me cigarettes, but like, and he would. I mean, for him too. Like me and Chad, like there was no way we were going to join. Between my dad and that guy, like just seeing, like my dad says, like you're gonna die, and Jeremy was like, it's. He never said anything about it. He's like, I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy going back over there.
Wow.
You know, it was gnarly.
Yeah. So that conversation started off about college, but no, I'm fully behind that. Like it's.
No, this conversation started about 9/11.
Yeah, this has been an ongoing weird conversation. So it's the people that really believe that that's what they need to do, for whatever reason. There's a million reasons to do that.
Like go to war?
Yeah.
Well,
or to enlist, to join up, to volunteer your services for your country.
Well, they probably have a family member that talks about the greatest service you can do to your community.
And I get that. I respect it. I think it's fantastic. It's not for me.
No, I
was never interested in it. Even though I come from a
but the
family of military people.
But the way the world's going right now, like we talked about this on the golf course a little bit, like it's either going to be me or Cash.
Yeah, I'm too old. My kids are too young, so it's fine.
Right. I'm not letting Cash.
Well, they talked about it, 2 years ago? that they were going to reinstate
the draft?
it. Yeah,
Yeah. Cash is too young now,
yeah,
granted. But fuck, what's to say in the next 10 years?
it's true.
I'll be 44,
hmm
46.
So I'm too
Be
old.
1,000 years old.
Too old. I'm also the last male in my family to carry on a name.
I was, yeah.
So
I am.
that automatically
Cash is.
for you. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got 2 kids.
Yeah.
In 10 years, Jameson will be old. In 6 years, Jameson will be old enough.
No.
He would not be okay.
No.
And that's just not him. I can't imagine putting him in that situation. That's terrifying as a father.
Right.
Not even as a father, just as a.
So-
I mean, yes, as a father, I can't imagine somebody coming to my house, knocking on my door, and saying,
So-
"Hey, bud,
You got to go.
you got to go.
Yeah.
You don't need to bring anything. We've got everything you need."
The Vietnam draft.
He better get a goddamn laser.
Yeah. The Vietnam draft, it was primetime television Sunday night. And they took over. It was the fucking U.S. Army board.
Yeah.
And they did it by, like, the letter, initial name, and year you were born. And they went down, if you're, like, born in 1953 or 1949,
Yeah.
and you name starts
Report here.
with your last name's L, you start here.
Yeah.
Could you imagine the fucking like anxiety watching this television? If you were born in 1988 and your last name starts with an S, you report here. And then you go there and they're like, well, these are 2 options. And then you say, like, I have flat feet and I'm gay. I don't know.
And they're like, "Well, beggars can't be choosers."
Beggy can't be choosy.
So, if my kids want to go to college, I fully support it. I'll do whatever I can to help them. But we've talked about this before. I am going to highly, highly encourage trade school.
Vocational trade school.
Yes.
Anything you want to do.
Whatever. There's at least 4 great options you'll immediately come out of it making more money than I'm making right now.
There's so many options. Like,
And all of the people that are our age and older are retiring or dying.
I can't wait. No, I can't. Okay.
For which one? Both.
The company I work for.
I'm not going to be able to retire. I'll die at work.
Yeah. Well, there's no Social Security. There's no fucking retirement for us. You can save for retirement, but like that's kind of a crock shoot. Like every
Crock shoot?
yeah, crock shoot.
Okay.
Crock pot?
Crap shoot.
Crap shoot.
Yeah, the dice game.
Yeah.
I like crock shoot though. I'm going to use
No,
that.
I went from crock of shit to crap shoot.
I put those things together.
A fucking emulsifier. Bring
Yeah.
it together.
You got that one right.
Yeah. I'm not dumb, dude. Fuck off. You can save for retirement. Also, you can put your money into certain things, but that's terrifying. Like, the only way you could save for retirement is putting your fucking money
Bury it in the backyard, man.
buried in the backyard. But then what's to say the dollar is not going to go to
That's
shit?
That's my thing. It's
Yes!
like, I'm putting money into a retirement plan every paycheck.
My retirement plan is this goddamn podcast, and we need more subscribers and followers.
Yeah.
Please.
We need the digital currency because that's what it's all going to be worth in a little while.
Ah, dear shit, Jesus.
That's the thing that scares me the most about like trying to quote unquote save for retirement is like who's to say that they keep moving the goalposts. So it's currently 14 years. What's retirement age now? 66?
66.
Yeah, 14 years.
No, my dad's 65. 64, he retired.
You can retire early, but you don't get your full benefits.
Yeah.
So, but
That's true. Yeah, you're right.
So there's a certain age where, like, when you retire, you get all your bullshit, whatever. Who's to say that by the time I reach that age, that's still going to be the appropriate age, or
Right.
they're going to say, oh, now it's 107,
Yeah,
so nobody gets benefits,
right.
or B, everything that I've saved for the last 40 years is going to be worth bullshit.
Right.
Because the
This
dollar has
currency-
gone away. It's
Right.
not. It's fake. The U.S. dollar is a fake piece of paper
Yeah.
that when you give it to somebody, they assume its value. There's literally no
Until you give them
backing.
an actual fake bill, and then you go to jail.
Yeah.
Or get killed. R.I.P. George.
The one that I can print in my backyard is just as valuable as the one that I can get from the bank.
Well, like, goddamn, when's the last audit of Fort Knox? The gold that's supposed to fucking back our dollar?
We went away from a gold standard in the 60s.
Right. But, like, that gold, right?
Sure.
Yeah. Fuck them, man. Dollar means shit. They hate Bitcoin because, like, it doesn't make sense because it's a computer figuring out problems and it rewards you with space coins that mean something.
Yeah.
Like,
It's the same thing, though. It's a I don't want to use the word honor system. It's a fake value put on something
yeah.
because there's no nuts behind it, man. It's like there's no substance. Does that make sense? It's like non-alcoholic beer, decaffeinated coffee.
What's the point?
Why?
Yeah.
Yeah,
go ahead.
It's and I don't want to sound like that guy, but I'm
that
going
guy.
to sound like that guy for a little while.
Be that guy.
I could draw you a picture on a piece of paper, and if I
Instant.
tell you it's worth $37.24, as long as I believe it and you believe it, and we make an exchange
Well,
based on that belief system, that's the whole fucking U.S. dollar right now.
So, like, artists, these suffering artists that are trying to make their way in life
Yeah.
by giving their art. There's people that will fucking dip their dick in paint and slap it on a canvas, and they say,
His name's Picasso.
Yeah.
That's an actual human. He
Yeah.
paints pictures with his dick,
Yes!
and they're hilarious.
Yeah, but, like, they can say this art is worth whatever.
Yeah.
And then people like, yeah, absolutely. And then they launder money in it. Like that,
Sure.
the art culture, things like that. Like there's pieces of art that are not art, but they say they're art, and it's worth all this money.
It's like that dickhead that taped a banana to the wall.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's bananas.
Shout out. That was a great Super Bowl commercial. That was the
Hemsworth,
Ray-Ban
yeah.
Meta, and he's eating the banana.
You want this podcast down for a second? I got to pee real bad.
Yeah. We'll be right back after a message from the bathroom.
You know what'd be cool is like if we had a sponsor and we can just do a commercial right now. Like we're pissing.
That would have been the perfect opportunity.
Yeah. Like we'll be right back, and then like fucking
And
Bob's Textile.
And it's great, too, because like when I go back to edit it, I can see the pause break.
Yeah.
So it'd be super easy to just be like,
Yeah.
insert here.
I don't think sponsors want to sponsor us because we're just too fucking reckless. We're like Lethal Weapon, Murdoch, and they're like, "Give me your badge, motherfucker."
Fine, take it. I don't need it anyway. But yeah, like the art world is weird. I get that. There's a lot of
Don't look at it or it'll fall.
there's a lot of sketchy dealings that go down, I'm sure. But it's with any like I don't know. I don't know how to classify it. Like
Okay.
pocket business, I guess, where it's like a very you've either got to be dirt ass broke or one of the richest humans in the world.
So
And the dirt ass broke one's the one doing the art. The rich one's the ones buying the art. It's a tax write off at some point in time, right?
right, technically, the very definition of artist is someone who makes something and has made profit off of it, per se.
Okay.
You know, like they say, you're just a painter until you sell a painting. After that, you're an artist.
So not necessarily profit, but you have traded
Yeah,
your goods.
you've traded your
for-
goods and you've brought joy and you've made
Got it.
joy for yourself through currency. I
which is
think.
fake.
I don't know. I've sold a painting before.
You're an artist.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Congratulations.
I've done it.
Hey, Dad, we did it.
Hey, Dad, I did it. But
You hear that, Larry?
like just to think like how many people out there that they feel so passionate about art, like this is an expression of me. But then you have other dudes that tape a banana to the wall and they sell that for millions and millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Like how big of a fucking slap in the face is that? So like the guy that owns this place, Zach.
Fantastic artist.
Yeah.
Phenomenal painter.
He does murals now. He's getting going.
Yeah.
It's all he thinks about. He loves art. He loves making art.
He's very good at it.
He's very good.
Very talented human.
He's about to paint a mural in this giant fucking hangar.
He already did it. He started on it already.
Yeah, but like compared to someone who sells like their butt print,
Yeah,
it just drives me crazy that you have actual people out there that they want to be artists.
and they're very good at what they do, but then the clientele is like, well, that's not art.
Yeah, and thank God for social media, because there's people out in the world they can see that element of like, God, they're pouring everything they can into this.
I think there are some people that truly
Same thing with
appreciate
music.
Some people truly appreciate talent and the product, and then
Yeah.
there's some people that just want to do like, well, I'm just an asshole and you don't like this, so I'm going to buy it for $1 billion.
Yeah.
And then make a fake inflation on the product of this person.
Yeah.
It's
I don't know.
there's different kinds of people in the world that really appreciate things,
Yeah.
and then there's people that use things for status.
Right.
Those are very different humans,
Yeah.
I think. I don't know. I could be wrong.
I don't know. Like a lot of people that came into money, I guarantee they weren't thinking like, when I make it big, I'm going to buy all this art, because art is just like a fucking, hey, look at me kind of thing.
It's very subjective too.
Yeah.
I just contradicted what I just said,
Mm-hmm.
but that's okay. I'm a walking contradiction.
Welcome to Chuck Beers.
Welcome to Chuck Beers.
I would love, like, I love painting. I've painted a bunch. Every time I've painted, I've been laid off and depressed.
Yeah.
And I thought that's what I needed to do. Nobody likes my art because it's just bearded men, but I think it's cool.
You painted us a really cool hot picture when they had the brewery.
I did that, yeah.
Yep.
I was laid off.
Yep.
I was going to like message y'all for a job, and I chickened out.
I think shit. There was a point in time we would have hired you. We were looking for some help. I think Drew still has that picture. It's somewhere.
I drew a hop, or I painted a hop for y'all, and then I wrote on the back, it's a quote by Ben Franklin, and it's like, God's answer, or what was it? It's like God's answer for loving us is, or how do you know God loves us? The answer is beer.
Yeah, he gave us beer.
He gave us beer.
Here, I'll look it up real quick.
Yeah,
it's
I can't remember.
It's a good quote.
It's my favorite quote, but I just don't remember it. See, I'm just an idiot all day long. You found it?
Beer is proof that God loves us and wants us to be happy.
That's it, dude. I'm gonna get that tattooed on my fucking forehead, dude.
Backwards.
Yeah.
Like an ambulance.
So when I wake up in the morning, I'm like, oh, great.
Oh, that hurts.
I think Ben Franklin would have been a dope dude to hang out with.
Yeah.
Hey, Ben, do you want to be president?
No.
Nah. I just want to be me.
But you have to be. Nah.
Nah.
No, seriously. Fine. There's nobody else? Not really.
Ben Franklin was never a president.
Fuck it. I'll do it. Yeah, but that's would have been his approach to the whole thing. He'd be like, fuck it, I guess.
I want to go to France and sleep around a little bit longer, dude.
I want to go be a hooer.
I don't know what France had on like the founding fathers, but like all them dudes,
Hooters. Not Hooters. 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 Ladies of the night.
Andrew Jackson.
And opium.
Ooh. I've taken like a Vicodin. I throw up every time, but it's like the fucking before the throw up happens.
You feel the better than you felt ever.
This makes sense.
Yeah. I get it. I get why this is addictive.
The whites of West Virginia. This all makes sense. I'll do the same shit. That's my favorite documentary of any documentary alive.
So crazy.
The Wonderful Whites of West Virginia.
I think something like that. Wild Wonderful Whites.
The wild one. Yeah, the
Yeah.
wild. Yeah. It's about a family that lives in like small community, West Virginia, basically a holler, and they do all the drugs.
Yeah.
and they cause all the chaos.
And they're all related.
Yeah.
Like, not just like, hey, you're my cousin. You're also my uncle and my brother.
This chick literally says, like, I'm the hot one. And she looks like a fucking, wet rat.
She's probably right, though.
She is. She's the best looking one of the bunch. And that's not saying. Like, if I saw her at a party, I'd be like, God damn. No. There's no fucking way.
Is that a human?
Yeah. I just love that documentary so much. They took a baby away from a woman who just had a baby because the baby tested positive for like meth.
Everything.
Yeah, and she's like, "Why are you taking my fucking baby away? God damn it!
Dingo ate my baby.
Dingo ate my baby." I love that movie too.
You've got quite the beer tower going on over there.
Eventually, I don't have to bend down.
You're just building a table.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's it.
Vertically.
Fucking step by step.
It's leaning a little bit.
I'm glad we got all this out of the air. Like, I've just been panicking a little bit. I don't know why.
Oh, I'm terrified, but also at the same time, like,
I'll say this:
get it over with.
I'm terrified, but
I'm terrified for my kids.
that's it.
Not for me.
12 years ago,
I don't care.
12 years ago, if this was going on, fuck it.
Yeah.
I'm good with it.
Yeah.
If we're gonna die, we're gonna die in style. Now that I have children,
Right.
and I'm like in charge of these beautiful babies,
Right. I have small humans to make sure they survive.
Like, goddamn, oh,
Yeah.
like it's just, I don't know. Older I get, the more I realize anxiety is a thing.
1,000%.
Yeah. Now I'm like, I'm realizing like these thoughts are kind of not normal. It's just like I've done it my whole life. I'm just getting tired of pushing it down.
Yeah.
My entire life, I've always done like the whole like, this is happening because you did this, or they're not saying this because you weren't this.
Okay, so we're very much on the same page in this regard. Like, I will...
Robot noises.
Thank you for doing that. It took me 3 weeks to figure out what was making the noise in the microphone.
Robots.
Yeah. Vapes. Vapes
sorry.
will fuck up your microphone. Shit.
I was saying anxiety.
Yeah, oh, yeah. So, like...
Sorry. I fucked up everything. The momentum of this conversation.
we very much in the same like mindset of... And I still do this, unfortunately. If somebody's having a bad day or having a problem or...
You have to fucking...
No, it's my fault.
Yeah.
Like, I texted you too much, or I said something stupid, and now you're mad at me. And I fucking hate it.
I have to fucking physically... I have to physically hold back this, like, urge to be like, hey, are you okay?
Right.
Is everything all right?
Yeah.
I do it with you. I do it with my ex. I do it with anyone I'm
Every
talking.
human that you ever talk to.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, I can't just be. I just can't be.
Yeah.
Like, I have to fucking.
Period.
Yeah. I have to. Like, God damn it. I'm all about honesty. Fucking tell me I'm being unbearable.
Right.
Tell me I'm being too much. Tell me anything. Fucking please, dear
Just
God.
answer my fucking text message.
Just let me know.
Yeah.
I'm fucking.
Yeah.
I do it with everything.
That's great. I hate it. I fucking hate it.
And
If there was one thing I could change about myself, it would be that.
yeah.
It would 100% be that.
I would love to tell you that like I figured out the fucking code,
There's no code.
but when I don't do
It's
it,
brain chemistry. It's
when
fine.
I don't do it, I just sit in it.
Yeah,
like-
that's even worse.
I can play out every scenario in my head.
I will intentionally self-destruct a scenario to get a response.
I'm so.
Does that make sense?
I'm so fucking sick nervous that my kids one day will have vehicles.
Yeah.
And they're gonna drive the roads, and they're not gonna make it to curfew. And every second after that moment of curfew, when I say, "Hey, please be back at 10 o'clock. Please be back at 11," every fucking sec, I just be like, they're dead. They're dead.
Yeah.
The fucking sheriff's office don't know my number.
You start calling hospitals and looking on
I'm
Upshur County busted or whatever it is.
I'm trying to find if they got arrested. They're dead.
Yeah. There's obviously a good reason that they're not here.
Or I'm fucking Liam Neeson and Taken. Like, I've got to figure out some shit.
Oh, I want that to be the scenario.
It's not.
But it won't be. It's like, hey, yeah, I stopped at a red light and took a wrong turn.
Yeah. Yeah. I get it from my mother. My mom is exactly the same way. And I didn't understand it when I was a kid. Because, like, she's like, please be home by. My mom was so courteous. She's like, Friday night after football game, be home at midnight.
Yeah.
That was more than enough time. Looking back, more than enough time. My fucking punk ass, I was like, midnight's so early. I've got to do all the bad things.
Which you can do in an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't take that long.
It takes 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And you can go home.
Yeah.
But, like, my mom would start doing, like, her, like, countdown, self-destructing, start calling.
Yeah.
And
so that's the good thing about.
She'd start calling at 11:45.
That's the good thing about, like, this generation and age, though, is, like, everybody's got a cell phone. So, like, when I was in that time of my life,
yeah,
I kind of had a cell phone.
I kind of, yeah.
But I didn't always have a cell phone. So, like, this is when if you wanted to go hang out with somebody, you had to call their house and hope they were home.
Yep.
And then
yeah,
if they weren't home, like, okay, where do they hang out? I'm going to go drive and see if they are there.
So this is no shit. I had to call my friend's mom on their home line.
Yeah.
Because my friend was so drunk he couldn't function.
Ugh.
And I called this dear sweet lady who thought highly of me before this.
It's your fault.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
1,000%. No, it was. Like it,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, like
Factually,
me,
Oops.
I did it. Oops, I'm the
played the
problem. It's
game.
me. He was trying, like, I would love to say this beer drinking persona, as you see in front of you, has been like last 5 years.
no, it's been built over time, sculpted out of marble.
I am that guy. I can drink it and live it
Yeah.
from day one. So we were supposed to go fishing. Nothing was said about beer drinking. I brought beer.
It's implied.
I brought like a 30-pack of Keystone Ice, and I brought a 12-pack of Keystone Light. And it was just
that the 12-pack was to sober up after the 30-pack.
Yep. It was just four of us. And
That's a lot of beer.
To be fair, one of them, my brother didn't drink much beer back then. He didn't like it. He smoked weed instead. And allegedly, I don't know. I don't know if he's trying to get a fucking job or not. I don't know. But like back then, he liked to smoke weed. I like to drink and smoke weed. Homeboy, he drank with me every once in a while, like in parties, but he knew his limit. That day we were fishing.
Limits don't apply when you're on a boat.
Yeah, I was on the bank. We were in a pond behind my other buddy's house.
Even better.
The fourth guy's house. He got so hammered, and like Chad's freaking out, other guys freaking out, dude's throwing up. Like
he's not a human anymore.
He has to be home at 10. It's like 9:45.
Uh-oh.
So I had to ring a ding a ling, and I go, "Hey, can Jacob spend the night?" And then, hold on.
There it is.
I was like, "Can he spend the night?" She's like, "Why? Why isn't he not like? Why is he not talking?"
He's already asleep.
No, I'm just asking because it'd be great if he could. That would be wonderful.
No reason at all.
No reason. And it turned into me having to fucking eat crow and be like, "Hey, your baby boy is dog shit hammered right now."
My bad.
And it's completely my fault because I brought beer to a baby party. We're all babies and we shouldn't be drinking this much beer, and we did, and he's not doing well. And then his dad came and got him, and he like fucking broke my heart because they loved me so much.
Yeah.
They thought I was the greatest. They still think I'm the greatest.
Yeah.
Like, they love me dearly. They let me live with them a couple years later.
Yeah. Obviously, it wasn't that big of a deal.
Well, it was though.
At the time.
They were like, when they say they were disappointed in me, like, I felt it.
Oh, they hit you with a, we're not mad.
No. They were mad, but they were
We're
like,
also disappointed.
we're so disappointed in your actions. And I was like, I don't know any better.
He drank the beer. I didn't feed it to him.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts. Yeah.
Like, they expected you to be a good influence,
I wasn't.
which was their first mistake.
I never have. The first time I ever went to his house, we drank whiskey, and I threw up in the fire pit.
I've been there.
I like when my kids get to the age where they have friends and they're going to go to their houses. Like, nothing's going to happen, Dad. I have to call bullshit.
Yeah, because we were all children.
The only thing I can ask from my children, the only thing I can ask for them
Tell
is
me
like,
the truth.
like, you're going to drink, you're going to smoke weed, you're going to fuck up. Please let me be in and on the. I will let you. I'll give you the fucking lead rope. Go.
Yeah.
Do that. Just let me be the one to come and get you.
Also, just sleep there.
Sleep in your car.
Just tell me.
Just don't fucking die.
Don't not come home and then not tell me anything till the next day.
The only time my mom gave me grace was my senior year, and she told me, when I wake up in the morning, please be in your bed. Please. And I never broke that.
Yeah. It's a fairly benign, easy thing to...
To be honest
Follow up
and
with.
fair, she shouldn't have said that because I knew I had to be home.
Yeah, like
It'd have been
5 a.m.
It would have been so much better if I slept there.
Yeah.
But I was like, 2 a.m, I'm one-eyeing it. I'm like, I gotta go home.
So I'm like in my fatherhood, I'm not to that point yet.
Me
But-
either, yeah.
My ex and I have talked about it a lot, and like, if my kids want to dabble in the dark arts when they're 16, 17, 18 years old, I don't necessarily have a problem with it as long as they're doing it at home.
I will be that dad. You want a drink?
I'll go buy it for you, but you're doing it here.
You want a drink? I will show you the way.
Yeah, well, your skill set is much larger than my skill set.
Shut up.
You're a professional.
That's not true, dude.
But you corrected the lean. Nice engineering over here. I don't know, man. Like, I don't want them to be afraid to tell me they're doing things.
Yep. Well, like,
But at the same time, like, I want them to be smart. I want to be safe.
yeah.
Do it at my house. I don't
Yeah.
care.
Yeah.
If your friends are doing it at my house, their parents are going to know
They have to.
that they're doing it at my house.
Yes.
And if you don't want to call them and tell them, I'll call them and tell them.
Yeah. There's no secrets.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're not.
Because I'm not going to
to
be responsible for some kid dying on the way home.
Nope.
Like, hey, look,
God damn it, no.
we'll put some tents up in the backyard. Y'all can sleep there. You can sleep on the floor in the living room. I don't give a shit. But you're not leaving my house
I'd rather clean puke on the floor
all day
than
long.
have a kid.
All day
I'll
long.
do it every day. Yeah. I lucked out with a couple times. I did not like my stepdad that my mom was married to in high school.
Yeah.
He's no longer with us. He passed away. But I have called him and I said, hey,
I need you
gotta-
to cover for me.
hey, you have to be real cool with some shit real quick. Mom finds out, we're all fucked. Please cover for me. And then the next morning, I show up 8 o'clock in the morning, fucking still drunk.
Yeah. Eyes are red.
And my mom's like, yeah, Philip said he told you to stay the night there. You know, are you okay? And I was like,
Yeah. I'll
Show
be
enough.
fine. I'll be fine.
sure enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. Could you mow the yard for me?
Okay.
Hell yeah, dude.
Sweat it out real quick.
I gotta do that. Philip, he was an asshole, but he was like that.
Yeah.
He told me one
Well,
time
he loved your mom. He wanted her to be happy. Maybe. I don't know.
he wanted to not be in trouble. And he
Fine line. Fine line.
Yeah. So, to be fair, a lot of things, my mom worked super late. But she was always involved in my life in that sense.
Yeah.
So my mom would get home like 3 or 4 in the morning from being a waitress.
Yeah.
Air quotes. And I would have to call home to Philip and be like, hey, I cannot come home before mom gets home.
No, if I try to come home right now, I'm going to die.
Like, it will be a bad deal.
Yeah.
The Starship didn't know the coordinates back then.
Yeah. Well, it was young.
But
the Starship was young.
The Starship
Still learning.
was young.
Still learning.
It was still learning. It knows better now. But like, I was a fucking full-on drunk in high school.
I didn't have my first drink till I was 21.
Yeah, my first drink.
But ever since then,
Fucking going for gold.
go time.
But like, I'm not a drunk now. Like, I don't drink every day.
No.
I drink when I'm with like friends, and
Sometimes on the weekends when you're lonely.
sometimes when I'm lonely.
Well, your kids challenge you to the counting game.
Sometimes the kids want to play the counting game, and Dad has to fucking.
It's like Yahtzee, but with beer cans.
That was my favorite video I ever sent.
It was-
Wearing my son's Wolverine mask, and I got 13. I beat him to the punch. That's the fun part of that game. But like, yeah, he helped me out. My dad was like kind of like that too. He was like, I'd rather you drink with me.
Yeah. And
But
I
then-
haven't told my kids this yet because they're not at the age where they're asking questions.
I'm not doing.
I'm not
it
going to
either.
volunteer the information either. But the first time that I get the question asked of me, it's going to be like, yeah, sure. Let's hang out in the living room. I'll drink a beer with you.
I can't wait for that. That's terrible to say.
No, I'm kind of the same. Like, I'm like,
Do you want to go? Like, it's gonna be like, oh god damn, it's gonna be like, listen, this is a doorway,
yeah. You sure you want to put your foot in here?
and like sometimes the hallway's real short because you don't like what you see,
Yeah.
but it's fucking long if you love it.
And it's at the same time, it's one of those like,
The hallway's long if you love it.
that's what she said.
That's what she said.
I don't know, man. I want my kids to be honest with me
Yeah.
because I'm always going to be honest with them.
So, my dad, he didn't have anybody but me at one point. He wasn't married. It was just me and him. He was incredibly lonely and depressed, and he needed a friend, not a son.
Yeah, I need a buddy.
He needed a drinking buddy.
Yeah.
And I was 13, 14. Don't push too hard.
Nope.
Be a turd if you keep it.
Yep.
He needed a friend. He needed a drinking buddy. And like, looking back, I understand like where he was at, but like where I was at as a child, I needed my
You
father.
needed a dad.
My
not a
dad
buddy.
was just like, hey, shit, you got armpit hair. You're old enough. So we would sit around. He would smoke meat, and we would drink beer. And like back in like 13, 14, like 5 beers, I was so like, the world's moving, Dad.
There's,
And,
I'm 42 almost, and there's days where 5 beers will get me in the couch.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
I don't know what that's like. It sucks. I'm gonna die of cirrhosis at 50. Like, maybe not. I might live forever. Just hiked 6 miles yesterday.
Just out of spite.
Just out of hatred.
Yeah. Same.
But like that's what we did. We just drank, and he's like, "Yeah, you can. I'd rather you get drunk at the house than this, that, and the other." He bought me a 6-pack of Ice House.
Cool. That's your problem. You started with all the ices when you were too young.
Yes.
Your tolerance is way too high.
Yeah.
It's just in your DNA.
I drank Pearl.
That's not a bad beer.
Not
It's not a
Pearl
good
Light.
beer.
Pearl.
It's okay. It's not an ice.
And then I drank Ice House.
Ugh.
then, like when I hit 21, it was comical. My mom took me to a casino for my birthday to get me drunk, and I almost ended up driving home. Like, she's like, I'm taking you to this casino. We're going to get hammered tonight. And I was
Sure,
like,
Mom.
and it was like,
You paying?
yeah, no.
Can you afford this?
We stayed up till 3 a.m. gambling, drinking, and like, for some reason, Coors Light would not get there in time, but Bud Light would. As we were gambling, like I made these.
Came from different bars.
I came from like mental notes. I was like, "Can I have a Coors?" Because at the time I drank Keystone.
Yeah.
And Coors is like the premium Keystone, right?
Basically. Yeah,
Basically.
same thing. Keystone's the leftovers.
It wouldn't come fast enough if I were at a Bud Light, because I watched this guy next
Must
to
have
me.
been on antidepressants.
Yeah. So I started drinking Buds. And then my mom was like, it's your birthday. Why don't you take tequila shots?
Ugh.
To be fair, my mom can drink tequila, but like that night, I was just on one. I was so happy my mom was cool with me drinking, and she's going to take care of me. And I was going to sleep in my stepdad's camper. I was like so happy.
It was a free day.
Yeah, it was a free day, and I made like, so like we left, like it's time to go, cash out. I had like $200. I won $200 playing blackjack,
Nice.
and like I'm doing the drunk stomps, and
Your
my
feet have never been so heavy.
stepdad now, he was a totally different animal than he is. Like then to now, he loved to go to the casinos, he loved to drink, but now he's the fucking best granddad, everything. But then he like slapped me in the belly, and he goes like, I bet you won't put that $100 bill in the slot machine, see what you win. And I was like, bitch, please. So I mean, beeline to the first slot
Hold
machine.
my beer.
Went to the first slot machine. It was a $100 buy-in. You get 4 cranks.
Yeah.
So $25 each roll. And I won like $1,800.
Oh, shit.
And he's like, what the fuck? And I was like, ay.
I've created a monster.
I went to the rent house that me and Chad were at, and I was like, rent's paid, motherfucker. Because we were stressing. We were like having a really hard time.
It was a power move, though. You walk in like, hey,
Hey, rent's paid, bitch.
don't worry about it this month.
Daddy's got it. It was cool. I don't know.
That's great.
Good times. Go pee, dude.
That's great. I think it's cool that you had that casino night.
That was my fucking favorite. It's one of my favorite memories. Like,
So I haven't, like, I've been divorced for, I guess, officially.
2 months.
Yeah. Well, not even that much. About a month and a half, I guess.
Yeah.
But almost, coming up in May, it'll be a year, basically. That's what I'm counting. That's when
When
the things started happening.
So mine's February.
Okay.
I'm going on.
That was last month.
Yeah, 2 years.
Yeah. So
I'm thinking in the past. 'cause
my
I'm a bitch. We're in March.
So-
Oh no! What have we done?
So, like, I hope that whoever my ex ends up with, that I can have a good relationship with that person.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of things that I feel like him and I have got to be on the same page about
Yeah.
as far as my boys
So
go.
like,
I'm not ready for that,
no.
but I'm also ready to make an asshole out of myself to prove a point if I have to.
Kaylin.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, Kaylin, my ex. She is very, very verbal to the guys she dates, and I am too with the girls I try to date. I say like, me and Kaylin have a good friendship. We didn't work out, but we are friends still,
We also have children together.
and we have these kids, and we raise them the best way we can.
Right.
But there is an understanding. God, what the fuck was that?
I have no idea.
For the podcast listeners, audio only, noises just happened in this fucking skate shop.
It sounded like a speaker popped, but there's
the
no speakers that are on.
Yeah, my amp's
Weird.
off.
Anyway,
But like, it sounds like I'm trying to fucking boaster myself up like I'm some kind of badass. I'm not. I really am not. But I do have
kind
history.
of are.
No, I have a history of violence. Not like here anything recently, but there has been times in my life like I don't mind like spitting blood, broken knuckles. I don't care. Like I will. I don't want to, but I will.
You have the capacity.
100%. Like I love it.
Yeah.
But I don't.
Right.
Like no one wins in a fist fight. It's none of this shit like I'll kick your ass.
Bars. Bars.
Yeah,
Nobody
but
wins
it's
in a
like
fist
none of
fight.
this shit like I'll kick your ass. You fucking do. Like if there is a different person that didn't raise these children and they step out of a fucking line, I have no fucking remorse.
Yeah. I've never been in a situation where I had to be violent. Not since I was 13, 14, 15 years old.
You had a good dad.
Well, I did. I had a fantastic father.
Yeah.
But I was always able to turn conflicts into like jokes and like diffuse the situation before it got to the point of physical altercation for the most part. I've been in a few fights. I don't know that I've ever won a fight, but I know that I've also never lost a fight.
Yeah. No one wins in a fist fight.
Yeah. So you say. But I've also never been in a situation where there's been another human outside of myself and my ex-wife involved in my children's lives.
That's it.
So I don't know what the future holds. I hope it's peaceful.
Yeah.
But there's only two things on this planet that I'm willing to go for jail for, and that's those two kids.
Yeah.
And I will sleep like a baby.
Yeah.
On the floor in a prison cell. I don't care.
I learned that trait from my dad. My dad, he got divorced from my mom, and she started dating a guy. No, they got married. They got married in Jamaica.
Fancy.
And he got wild with me one day, and my dad the whole time was like, hey, if this guy gets wild, you know my phone number. And I was staying at my mom's for the summer, so I was there for like 3 weeks. Granted, I was a little shit, but also I was a little shit, so like fucking don't be a dick.
Like I feel like he kind of knew what he was getting himself into.
Yeah. And don't tell anybody this. I called my father, and I was like, hey, come pick me up. I was 12, maybe 11, somewhere in that area. I was like, come pick me up. He's like, what's going on? I was like, come pick me up. I don't want to be here anymore. And then I finally I was like, this dude got in my face, and he was like poking my chest and like fucking knucking up, you know. And my dad lived like on the other side of Pittsburgh, like 556, like closer to Gilmer, but like in the country. This was in Pritchett, other side of Gilmer. So like my dad showing up fucking 15 minutes later.
Oh, he was hauling ass.
Hauling ass to beat an ass.
Oh,
and
it's a man on a mission right there.
Yeah. And he showed up, and he was like he got out of the truck. I've seen the same look. He's done the same tactic on me, trying to fight me. So like that's
you're familiar.
I'm familiar. This was later down the road, but like I know what he was doing. Like back then, he was like not as old.
Yeah.
You know, he's like 45 in this area. So he looked fucking terrified.
He's ready to break some kneecaps.
He was terrified.
Yeah.
Jumps out of the truck, slams the door so fucking hard, I'm so surprised the glass didn't bust out of the door. And it hit. This is a perfect like example. He goes, "Get in the truck," to me.
Yeah.
I had my bags. And then my mom's like, "Hey, calm down." He goes, "Shut the fuck up. Like, we're done." Like, it wasn't like, "I'll beat your ass," but like, "One more word, woman, I'll commit a crime."
Yeah.
And then he's looking around the property. He's like, "Where the fuck is he?" This dude's in the barn.
Hiding.
Like, not wanting to be. Like, he starts getting loud. He's like, "Where they are? Where are you? What are you doing? You fucking man enough to bow up to my son. Here I am. I'm the fucking repercussions of these actions.
Shit.
Dude, I've never been like more like, yeah, Dad, get his ass.
That's my
I
dad.
fucking hated this dude.
Yeah.
And he finally, like, this whole time he was like talking about, he was like Army Special Forces, things like that. He was actually dishonorably discharged from the Army. He's a piece of shit. He's in jail now for like child stuff.
Ugh.
Yeah.
The ones that talk about it the most are the ones that didn't do any of that.
Yeah. No. I know this now.
Yeah.
At this time I thought like, oh, you're Special Forces badass, but he was not. He's in prison for being a weirdo. This guy walking, I'm not going to say names, like I'm trying to be fair. Comes out of the backyard, comes to the fence, and my dad's like, you want to show me what you did to my boy? And this guy's like, hey, it's a misunderstanding. And then my dad looks at me, he's like, you want to tell me? Tell me where the misunderstanding is. And I was like, oh shit. I was like, yeah, he put his finger in my face and made me feel real small. He's like, perfect. My dad fucking, like, he was like inches from this dude's face. He's like, come on, do it now.
Yeah.
I fucking swear to God, do it right now.
You get one free shot.
Yeah. Like,
basically what
and
that
everyone in this fucking area believed. The neighbors ended up calling the police because they like thought like
This guy's fixing to die.
yeah.
Yeah.
And granted, my dad didn't beat the fuck out of him, but he like looked at my mom. He's like, figure your priorities out now, or this boy's staying with me forever. And she was like, it's not like that. And my mom was just, she was so whipped. Like,
Yeah.
she didn't know what to do. Like, I get it now, but like, that was probably one of the biggest times my dad showed up. Like, I thought my dad,
Just dadded his ass off.
like, now my dad's such an asshole now. I don't understand it. Back then, I was like, you can do no wrong.
Yeah.
You're here for it, you know? But now he's just, I guess he's whipped in a different way. I don't know.
People get old, man.
I guess.
Shit changes.
Yeah. But like that day, I was like, there is nobody more badass than my father. He's going to kill this guy right in front of me.
Because he put his finger on me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like the
Like
way.
that was, you know what? And two, it's like, your mom's always been a pretty stable, relatively
Yeah.
presence in your life.
Yeah.
Your dad was kind of in and out based on what you've told me.
Yeah.
But in that moment, like, he was the dad that you needed and wanted.
To be fair,
And
my mom.
he showed up. That's all that mattered.
He showed up in record time.
And nothing could have come out of it. He could have literally showed up, pulled up in the driveway, put you in the truck,
Drive
taken
off.
you home. And that would have been,
That'd been great.
it'd have been great.
No, he got out of the fucking. It was like a wrestling promo.
Yeah.
Like where people are faking being a badass.
Yeah.
My dad was prepared to go to like full war. Like,
Yeah, I'm going to hurt this human.
and like he bitched him out. Like there was no fucking hands thrown. There was no him tackling him. Like they were, I'm not shitting you, dude. They were a step and a half away from each other. And my dad told this dude, show me what you did to my son right now if you're the fucking man you say you are. Please.
And he was on the other side of a fence.
No.
Oh.
There was no fence.
Oh, so he'd come.
He
okay.
came out of the backyard over the fence, and they were like that far off. And Robert, oh, well, fuck. I'm not saying last names. This dude was like, he's like trying to bow up, but then like his shoulders were like shaking, and his hands were shaking. And my dad was like steady.
Yeah.
There was no,
He was ready to.
he was ready to fuck this
Fuck that
dude
guy
up, dude.
Yep.
It was wild. Like, there's people that I know, they, through my whole childhood, they're like, oh, your name's Matt Smith. Who's your family? This, that, and the other. Like
The
teachers.
Smiths.
Like teachers.
We are
and-
the Smiths.
Yeah, like teachers and people like that. And I go, oh, my dad's John Mark Smith. And
They're like, oh.
it's like, okay. he made another one.
We're fucked.
He was a wild man. He was a wild man. My liver is completely contributed to him. He doesn't drink anymore, I don't think. I hope not. He's diabetic. You better stop. But
There's a lot of people that's never stopped.
I don't know. He told me he found out he was diabetic, and I was like, well, just eat fruit. And he's like, no, I got sugar in it. I was like, well, it's good sugar. He's like, you don't understand. I was like, okay, dude, fuck.
No breads, no beers.
I don't know.
All right. Well, hey, let's
Let's end it on
wrap this one up.
on that tragic
Dude,
memory.
no, that's a great story. I want to be a less traumatic version of that for my children.
I don't. I'm gonna be.
Well, without the bullshit that came before or after.
Yeah, I don't want.
I'll be that human for my kids.
Whoever ends up being stepdad to my kids.
Yeah. Good luck.
No, it's not a good luck thing.
No, it's good luck.
So, allegedly, the dude now that's in her life.
Yeah.
He's doing all the right things.
Is he?
Yeah. No, he is, and we get along. We talk. I say we talk. He's like, "Hey, how you doing, buddy?" I'm like, "Yeah, okay."
Don't call me buddy guy.
You're not my buddy guy. You're not my guy friend.
You're not my friend, pal.
And I appreciate his effort.
Yeah. Well, he seems to genuinely
he's all about Kaylin,
and he loves your kids,
and he's all about my kids.
So he's got those two things going for him.
Yeah. It's not like one of those things needs to be understood, but I think he knows.
I'm sure she's told him.
And she has. Kayla knows.
Yeah.
She knows how I am. She's seen me she has. Never mind. She has seen me oh no, we're turning everything off. We're going to go to jail tonight.
There are no emotions right now. It's only outcome.
It's not and I'm not proud of any of that.
Well, when it comes to your family, I think you got to have some of that.
Robot noises.
Yeah. Beep, boop, bop.
I don't know.
Anyway.
Truck Beers.
Follow us on the socials, especially YouTube.
You got to do it because this could be live right now.
It
you
could
be. See me make all the fucking hand motions. Not like Elon did. Those hand motions are not our fucking thing. But
we do not support those gestures.
If you're a Nazi, eat ass. Fuck off.
Yes.
Yeah. We're all about patriotism.
So the cool thing about YouTube, so we upload
through the RSS
to YouTube.
Yeah. I made a short today on the YouTube shit.
But if it's over 2 hours long without video, we can't upload the podcast. But if there's a video attached to it, like an actual video, not just because YouTube does this weird thing where they'll just put it's like the old school Microsoft audio
RuneScape.
player, yeah, where it just does these weird sine wave bullshit.
Yeah.
But if there's an actual video attached to it, it can be over 2 hours.
Yeah.
So we could do whatever.
So my plan is...
We just got to get there.
So everyone's listening. My plan is we can come in here. We're able to go live on YouTube. And I will use my phone or your phone. Just plug into a charger, put on a tripod, and you get to see this happening. And when we're done, load it up, podcast comes out.
Yep.
We can cut clips off of it. And hopefully people can visually see us and they'll like it more.
Well, yeah.
That's all I want.
Nobody's ever physically seen me and liked me more. So that's
weird for me too. I'm here with you. I'm not a very attractive feller.
I'm a goblin.
But I just think that's the next step.
Yeah, and if we do it right, we'll get a camera and pull the audio live off the camera and
then match it to the video.
Yep.
We got to figure out video editing. But I think we can
I think it's easier than we think it is.
Yeah. No, 100%. I think it would work in our favor if we had that and we can cut clips.
Yeah, I think the benefit of it, the biggest benefit of it would be the clips we could put out.
Yeah. Fucking load it up to TikTok, all this shit.
All of the things.
And like I know that we've had conversations that people would be like, "What the fuck is going on?" Also, these guys are super ugly.
They can
and we hate
see.
'em.
They can see my pee-pee dance. Which may be the simultaneously most and least beneficial thing of the whole thing.
And like one day we'll have a Patreon, and the Patreon episode will just be when we go pee and the conversations we have afterwards.
Yeah, we do have some wild bathroom hallway conversations.
Y'all think like we go pee and we're silent? We're not.
No, we're talking the whole time.
We go pee and then like we say the things we want to say.
The thing that you may or may not realize about this relationship is we never stop talking.
We haven't.
But there's things that are just for us.
It has to be. If you want to pay for it, then like fucking by all means let us know.
I think at that point in time there's a waiver involved and like whatever
you can't
you paid for it.
Yo,
sorry.
Dude, you've got to be fucking cool about some shit real quick.
Yeah.
And it's not like
it's not bad shit. It's just the most off the wall shit you've ever heard.
Yeah. This microphone in my hand is like a filter. I know what I'm saying.
Right.
What's coming out of my mouth.
Yeah.
It's not a bad deal. When this thing is gone,
I know it doesn't sound like there's thought put into this, but this is one of the few times in my life when I'm not being a professional at work that I edit myself.
No. This is the same thing that I use when I'm being professional, except for what I'm being professional for is more of myself.
Right. No, I get it. Yeah. We're saying the same thing but different.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Tomato.
Tomato.
Tomato, potato.
Yeah.
Yeah. Truck Beers everywhere. Follow us, like us, love us, hate us. I don't care. Just subscribe.
Go to the Wu-Tang show in June. I'm going to it.
If you subscribe out of spite, I will respect you more.
God. Please do that.
Yes.
Subscribe and be mad about it.
That's right. And then and then complain a bunch online and it'll
give me notifications every Wednesday.
How do I make this stop?
Oh.
We love you guys. Take care of each other. Bye.
Kisses.